And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Man, do we have a great show for you today. Pete Gray out of the studio, out enjoying some trout fishing in Montana. Maybe we'll hear a little report from him today, and if not, we'll certainly get the wrap-up report next week. But, man, Corey and I are back in the studio having a great time, and we have one of our most favorite guests. We have the man, Bob Hoose, is joining us today from Costa Del Mar. We're going to be talking all kinds of shades, all kinds of fishing, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, tuna fishing, and if you made it through yesterday, you know the summer is here. Maybe it might not be official, but, boy, it was summertime conditions yesterday, and there were some biting fish to go with it. We got a great show. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. This is Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook and YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
The best just got better. Shimano is proud to introduce the all-new Talica 20A and 25A reels. The Talica series is Shimano's flagship two-speed lever drag reel. It sits at the very pinnacle of the offshore world. The Shimano's Talica success is driven by its durability and spec attributes, allowing the series to differentiate from other lever drag reels within the market. The Talica is built around a cold-forged machined aluminum one-piece frame. The all-new Talica 20A and 25A now boasts Infinity Drive. Infinity Drive employs two drag washers housed in the side of the reel, allowing for an ultra-smooth, powerful drag system, while at the same time increasing winding power under a load as much as 40%. There's also a new lower low gear. If your utmost concern is performance without compromise, Talica 20A and 25A are the reels for you. Available now at your local Shimano dealer. Take a closer look at the Ford F-150. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The 2025 Ford F-150, whether it's gas, hybrid, or all-electric, to meet your needs. From California's best-selling truck brand, it's time to see Ford in a new light. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealer today to see the great selection across the full truck lineup.
The CCA California San Diego chapter is hosting their Apps and Tap celebration at Marina Village Saturday, May 17th from 4 to 8 p.m. Join CCA for an evening of great food and drinks, live music, raffle prizes, and a special Beacon Award presentation to honor Let's Talk Hookup host Pete Gray. Tickets can be purchased at www.ccacalifornia.org with a limited number of reserved seating available. We'll see you there.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked to be in the studio, and I think we should start off with Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, right?
Yeah, good call.
Yeah,
Big
right?
Happy Mother's Day to Dallas and my moms and mother-in-laws. That's a good call, Corey, no doubt.
Yeah, but stoked to be in studio, man.
Yeah, we missed you yesterday. Had a great show with Captain Ryan Boston from the San Diego. Had a lot of fun talking, but you were very busy at the summer kickoff sale. And what... They nailed it. Like, it really was the kickoff of summer yesterday.
Scorcher, right?
What a rad day.
Scorcher day, not only weather-wise, but, dude, just a fun sale. And they had the Traeger pulled pork sandwiches going, donuts in the morning. Started with donuts and coffee, and just went to sandwiches and Salty Crew beer, and just everybody from Gamakatsu, Fishworks, Aptco, Costa.
Yeah, they were down there.
Yeah, good morning, Bob, by the way.
MC Swimbase.
Right, yeah. But extremely busy, and let me tell you, the darn launch ramp was so packed,
That's
man.
Great.
Like all day.
Awesome.
Just like you'd want to see it, man.
That's how it should be.
Unless you're going out.
Yeah, that's cool. What a day for displaying Costa sunglasses,
yeah,
too. You know, on the water. That was a Hoose day.
Yeah. Well, to start, Happy Mother's Day, all the lady anglers out there. And I think yesterday the guys were pre-fishing for their mothers today. They got to find the right area and get out there and catch a few. But,
and the Big Bonito, I think that's what a lot of the guys were going out for, and it kind of local, but I think the area of them kind of slipped about 5 miles to the north or something, But they ended up finding them, but.
Yeah, I saw pictures from both the half day boats from the Dolphin and the
Jumbos.
I mean, and crushing them too. It looked like a really fun fishing.
Dude, half day, 6 to 10 pound fish.
That's kind of like what I grew up with,
right?
In early 70s, my dad would take us out the red and white, green and yellow little Yankee jig, 2 miles off of Newport, big bonito, and.
Is that where you grew up, Bob? Newport area.
Yeah.
And still reside today, man.
Bonito were like our first game fish outside the harbor.
100%.
Like once you left the harbor, you're a little grom. You're like, oh, I'm offshore, but you really weren't. But and those things rip line like no other. And we always had like light tackle, little squitters with 8-pound tests, and just like
get ripped.
Oh,
and you really do. I mean, they rip.
Yeah.
Like
it's the perfect, like you're mentioning, like grom style or half day
style.
For a half day angler to go get that kind of fish, top notch.
If one of those things got to be 50 pounds, you'd never stop them.
Absolutely.
So tough.
I mean, if you're listening and that's something you want to take a junior or
the best,
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
to
purchase a half day ticket during the week coming up and.
Junior, nothing, man. I want to go. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. And I tell people, bring ice, a bucket, bleed them, throw them head first in the bucket.
Important.
Yeah, bleed them right away. Take a couple, get them on ice, and then when they're nice and firm and cold, fillet them, cut the red out, and then we make pokey.
Oh,
and I'm telling you, it is right up there with bluefin, yellowfin, albacore.
There's actually
delicious.
Bob, I know a handful of Japanese anglers, and that bonito, like their parents, like old school, their parents, the bonito is more sought after than the bluefin.
I'm telling you, it's a sweet, mild flavor.
Yeah, so good.
But 100%, you gotta ice it down. You gotta bleed it.
You gotta take care of it.
You gotta ice. And if you do it right, you're going to have a product that's like next level.
It is.
Booker was talking about it yesterday, saying the same deal, exactly as you guys described. It's amazing. Its only flaw is that there's just no shelf life to it.
There isn't.
You gotta.
You described it perfect, Hoose. Impeccably taken care of, and then like day 1 and day 2, it's sashimi and poke. And then day 3, it's bake it all the way through and make the best tuna fish sandwiches you've ever had of your life.
And then it's done.
And then that's it. And then by
can't freeze it.
Yeah, it just does. It doesn't freeze. It doesn't keep. It's an enjoy. So you nailed it best too. Especially if you're catching 10 pounds, take a couple of them. Stoked. You got a rad harvest, and then go do it again the next time.
But. Yeah, and it takes that 6-pounder and above to get that fattiness like that.
So good.
Yeah. So that's, dude, you're talking 6 to 8, 10-pounders.
Yeah, so
bring
rad.
it on.
So on a different subject, I got a little confession to make.
Let's hear it.
I went largemouth, smallmouth bass fishing, and I am hooked.
Oh,
I
would have never thought I'd hear those words. You got salt water in your veins, Hoose.
I went out to the Colorado River and with a friend of mine, and we were fishing smallmouth on the river and then largemouth in the little canals. It's next level,
so
hooked,
cool.
Next spring, like, where's Bob? The sea bass are biting. Oh, he's bass fishing. And it's a clean fishery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy, and for field testing, Costa, it's all sight fishing.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was so much fun.
What was lens combo? Because I mean, you're sight fishing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I brought a bag of everything. And what I noticed was the green mirror.
Okay.
That's
taking over.
Yeah, green mirror. It's got that copper base, and whether it was a smallmouth or a largemouth, you gotta get that jig right next to that structure or that bluish, or you're looking at the fish on a point. And then we did a lot with copper silver mirror. Mm-hmm. In the late afternoon, and then that sunrise silver mirror early in the morning.
That might be the most like tech advanced glass you guys have. Is sunrise
silver is a game changer. Early gray light, low light. You couldn't. I couldn't wear it today. It's too much light.
I always say it can't be your first pair. Like your first pair has to be a copper base, a gray base, or something like that. Something you can wear a lot.
Blue mirror, green mirror, but
sunrise silver mirror.
Silver mirror is like, okay, I'm going pro.
Yeah,
I'm going pro.
It gives you such an advantage in the time where it's right to wear.
I'm getting a lot of calls from the captains down here, and they're like, Bob, I'm in the wheelhouse, and when we're tuna fishing in the spring, it's gray.
Yeah.
It's May gray, June gloom. There's not a lot of light.
It might burn off. It might not burn off till noon.
Yeah, it's gray. It looks like the Pacific Northwest, and gray, blue, green is too dark.
Yeah.
And they're in the wheelhouse, so it's shaded.
They need the polarization. They need to cut that glare, but you can't darken it down.
Yeah, so I've been playing with the sunrise, and they call me. This is perfect.
This is it, yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of that, but, I mean, my gosh, you get in after a full day of fishing, and you're on the bow of the boat, or, I was in the stern of the boat, and my friend was driving, and I got 4 rods on one side. I got 4 rods on the other, and you're fishing.
Yeah.
You're throwing that thing, the spinner bait, and when you're done, you haul the boat out, and it's washed off. There's no blood. There's no
clean,
scale.
Easy.
I think we burned like 3 gallons. It was insane. I mean, I'm hooked. I mean,
Bob, there's a reason why a majority of the San Diego fleet, from Mike Lackey to Booger to Taro, all the boys, Cameron now in the Mission Bell, all of them.
I mean,
all of them.
Next
John
spring,
Collins. I mean,
March, April, May, Bob's bass fishing.
Right?
I'm gone. I'm going to bass fish.
I mean, I don't want to join the parade because I'm saying, like, I'm saltwater through and through. Don't get me wrong, but next weekend, Brandon and I, World's Greatest Fisherman, we're leaving to go meet up with Bill DePriest, and we're going to fish Lake Coeur d'Alene smallmouth fishing with
cool.
CDA Sport Fishing. And we're going to spend, 3 days up there doing the exact same thing. It's just so rad.
How neat is that?
They've got such a cool fishery up there, and it's just, picturesque and beautiful. It's in Idaho, and, like, big smallies, and
Rick's going to the dark side,
right?
It's hard not, man. Yeah. It's hard not.
Yeah. So are there muskie and pike in there too? Like, is that?
I know they have. I believe they have northerns.
Yeah.
They have an unbelievable smallmouth and largemouth fishery. The largemouth fishery, fantastic there also, but it just gets overshadowed. Like a 25-pound limit of smallmouth is not a. Let's take pictures and put it on the newspaper. It's just like, okay, that's a good day of fishing.
Incredible.
5 to 7 pounders are not uncommon this year. So we're geeked, and they have like these odd, big landlocked Chinook salmon in there.
Really?
Just cool. Like if you want a fun Instagram follow, it's CDA Sport Fishing for Lake Coeur d'Alene, and it's like, dude, don't do it if you've got a trip coming up in a few weeks, because I'm like geeked every time I see it. But yeah, it's really cool.
I can only imagine.
Bill DePriest and Jess put that thing together, and it is sickeningly cool. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you. I can only imagine right now, Brandon, world's greatest fisherman.
Oh, dude, we're
getting all his gear. That guy. I mean, Rick, you and I get geeked out. Bob, you get geeked out.
Yeah.
Brandon is like triple all of us.
Such a next level.
Yeah. Right.
It's all we talk about at work.
Right.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Man.
Speaking of work, it has been the best time, with our we're Fisherman's Landing there on the water. Like, we are such a proud, whatever you call it, vendor of Costa's, man. Like, you guys changed the game for us. We've been a dealer since as long as I can remember, and like they're like a pair of shades that sell themselves. We got a giant display that's right out the back door, and you put a pair on, you're looking at the Royal Polaris, and you see the water, and you guys are just killing it, and we're so happy.
I think, and along with that, your display, your location, the staff, the boats coming in, everyone's talking, fishing. So important to try them on.
Yeah, it's what you got to do.
Because even if you know your head size, your dome size, your face, everyone's face is different. And what you think might fit, if you try to order it online, you're just like, oh, I like how those look, I'm going to order those. You get them and they don't fit.
Yeah.
You got to try them on. I tell people, try them on. walk outside the store, look at the water, make sure, they don't, they don't pressure on your temples.
Or too far off.
Yeah, you got to try them on. And your display, there's everything there.
Yeah. We love them. And, it's no blown smoke because you're here. It's what every one of us in the tackle store wear. Every single, the kids that work for us are the most hardcore. They fish every day. And, they work at Fisherman's Landing Tackle. They get an opportunity to get everything at the right price. If they wanted a different pair of shades, they could score that too. Everybody wears Costas. One, because the performance out of the lens is right. But more importantly, exactly like you said, they make frames that fit everybody. You got a skinny face, you got a fat face, you got a somewhere in between. Like there's different frames that have different fit, and they all just seem to be right. So you find the pair that fits you like a glove, whether it's for the we call them, I don't know if it's the right terminology, we call them fishing frames. We have on one side, which are a little bit more like wrap around, and they've got like tech things like vented nose pieces and special ear pieces that don't get affected by sunblock. And in our other case, we have more of like the lifestyle, a little more square, a little more stylish, a little more wear off the beach, but they still have the performance fishing lenses.
Our big push this season is Rincon 2 and Broadbill 2.
Okay.
And Rincon is a lifestyle pair. It's a bestseller, very West Coast style, kind of like your Spiro XLs. And the Rincon 2 has a adjustable hinge and what I like about it is all the captains, all the deckhands put their sunglasses like you on their hat.
Yeah.
And
the dumbest thing.
The hat diameter
is wider than
is bigger than your head.
It's so true.
And these new Rincon 2, Broadbill 2, the adjustable hinge will allow it to, accommodate your hat.
That is so smart.
Yeah, because we were getting all these pairs back, and we're like, oh my
Stretched
God,
out
what
like
happened?
crazy.
Yeah, they're all bent out, and now right here, a little adjustable hinge.
How
so
cool.
when you put them on your hat, they're gonna be snug.
And that's on the Spiro?
It's not Rincon 2, Broadbill 2.
I don't know why I never thought about it until you explained it. I've always kept them on my hat.
Yeah.
And you're right. It's wider than what you wear.
We were looking at the guys on the boats, especially.
That's so funny.
And, they go to Gaffa Fish. They put them on their hat. And after, a couple of weeks, months, the arms are all bent out. And they're like, they don't fit anymore. They fall off your face. So now, adjustable hinge.
That's a good call.
Accommodate your hat, and then when you put them back on your head, they snug up. And we're like, perfect.
Oh, I'm in on that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'm in on that.
Yeah, and it's a lens, or it's a frame style you could wear on the beach, lifestyle, and you could also wear out on the boat. And
how cool is that?
It comes in all the lens colors, Broadbill 2, Rincon 2.
Okay.
That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
And
That's
then
cool.
the ladies are really liking the Sullivan.
Yeah, that's it.
Sullivan is like a unisex pair. Guys wear it, women wear it. And at our we were at the boat show up in Newport, and it was just Sullivan. And all these Newport women were rocking Sullivan. And then these salty, captains walk up, and they're like, Sullivan. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, how did that work?
Yeah, what is so... if your wife leaves the pair on the counter, you're like, I'm good.
Yeah. That's Dallas's favorite pair, too.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, they're cool. It's a good pair of shades.
For you, for your...
Yeah. I had to... Dal freaked out. Certainly isn't the right word, but when we were, we did that big family trip to Hawaii a few weeks ago. The last morning was just wildness, having both the boys, both Graham, both everybody.
All you have to say is the two boys. I understand.
Late to the airport, returning Ubers, or returning rental cars, Uber and back. Long story short, a pair of shades went missing of Dallas's, and she was so bummed. It was her favorite. And I talked to Hoose man, I need some help, fam. I need to hero up with this. Yeah, it was really good.
Nobody better to help them.
And that's the problem with Costas is, man, if you don't think you want to invest in a good pair of shades, do not try them on. There is no going to the case. Here's your scenario. Come down to Fisherman's Landing on a day like today. It's sunny. It's nice.
Perfect day.
You're the guy who's always said, I just wear gas station glasses because these are too nice and I'm afraid I'm going to lose them. Do not go try on a pair of Costas.
It'll ruin you.
You can't not have it. Yeah. There is no going back. They're the best that there is. buy them. Quit telling me you lose them at a gas station. Buy a $5 pair of Croakies, and you'll never lose them again.
Yeah, look at me. I got my retainers.
And you'll treat yourself to the best glasses that your eyes are more comfortable at the end of the day. You don't have headaches. You're less fatigued. They're the bomb. I mean, they're just so good.
And it doesn't matter if you're a marlin guy or if you're an inshore calico guy through the kelp.
Or a Bob Hoose Colorado River guy.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I went dark side.
Right? But you can't live without.
Yeah.
Yeah, good glass, man.
You know, right back at you, Rick. We appreciate all the feedback and what you guys do for the brand at the store. And along with that, I like the fact that a guy that is maybe taking his kids out today, he's got a boat and he wants to chase those bonito.
Yeah.
He's going to walk into the store,
Yeah.
talk to the boys, and they're going to get him set up properly. Here's what you need. Here's where you're going to go. We're on it. You know, the fish moved 5 miles. Go right here. Troll this. Cast that. Use this. Here's some Costas. You're good.
Right.
Go get them. Flowers, food, fishing. Mother's Day.
I like it. Well, as you can hear, we got an awesome show today. So stoked to have Hoose in studio. Always a great time. And today's going to be a fun one, Corey.
Just an enjoyable time. And you want to join us. You can enjoy the time and join us with Bob Hoose and Costa in-house. So you can join us at 833-288-0973. That's the fan hotline, or the fan number there. Jeff is waiting for you right there. So 833-288-0973. You can give us a call, or you can text us via the app. And as mentioned, only through the app. Make sure you do leave your name and telephone number. Bob's going to flip the prize coin at the end to see whether that's prize going to a texter or a caller. And unbelievable, man. We're giving away a pair of Costa sunglasses today. Two
pairs.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
2 pairs. Yeah.
So one to...
So we won't do a flip.
Wow.
Yeah, one caller, one texter.
How about that?
We got 2 pairs.
Okay.
Oh, Bob, that's awesome.
So-
thanks, bro.
Yeah.
So we've got Reefton written here. Is that...
So I changed it up.
Okay.
After that bass fishing, freshwater
Yes.
bass.
I'm loving it.
Yes.
I was wearing the King Tides.
Okay.
Oh, man.
And that's like next level. That's
Okay.
our top of the line.
It's like the
one of
flagship
those.
pair. Wow.
And then I think what you wear are the Corabina Pro
There it is.
with the new gold mirror lens.
the gold mirror.
Yeah, gold.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. It's got a rose base. So with those two,
Yes.
you are locked and loaded.
Man, that is so
covered.
crazy. So
Yeah.
we'll give a pair to one to the caller, one to the texter. And if you want to join us again, 833-288-0973 or text us via the app. We're going to be right back with Bob Hoose from Costa when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app, 97.3 The Fan, and YouTube and Facebook Live.
Hi, this is Captain Ray Lopez, owner-operator of the American Angler. I've spent more than half my life aboard the American Angler along with my partners Brian and Lori, developing a team that's as good as it gets. I've been fortunate to spend time on the ocean with so many fine people that I look forward to fishing with. We can't thank you enough for being part of the American Angler family, and if you haven't joined us, we love the opportunity to meet you. Text or call Lori at 619-223-5414 or check AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com.
Hey, this is Rosie with Cedros Sport Fishing. We have always been the leader with all-inclusive fishing trips to Cedros Island. We now have 2 lodges to choose from and both sit on the cliff's edge with relaxing ocean views and gorgeous morning sunrises. With direct flights departing to the CBX in San Diego, we are committed to providing first-class service to our guests and an unforgettable fishing experience. Come check out the yellowtail and calico bass capital in the world. Nobody does it better than Cedros Sport Fishing. Call me at 619-772-7570 or check us out at CedrosSportFishing.com. Book soon. Trips are going fast.
Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Catine, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
For your next fishing adventure, check Point Loma Sport Fishing. They offer half-day and full-day trips daily, perfect for families and the novice or seasoned fishermen. Point Loma Sport Fishing also offers overnight to multi-day trips, targeting the best of seasonal catches. Visit PointLomaSportFishing.com, where you can purchase tickets online and get more information on the trips available, or call 619-223-1627. Want to go fishing? Point Loma Sport Fishing has you covered.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and just what a beautiful day, Mother's Day, just sun shining, Bob's in the house, Costa sunglasses,
Fisher bite,
giving us the vision.
It's warm out,
dude.
I'm
Right?
so
And we're giving away 2 pairs of sunglasses, Costas
very
today.
generous.
Thank you. A pair of Corbina and a pair of King Tide.
Pro and King Tide. They're going to be set.
Dude. We hear it a lot here, and I think we try to do a good job explaining, but you do such a better job. Explain the difference between the Pro series. Like, because I grew up with Corbina being one of the most popular pairs. It's perfect. It's not too big.
Right.
It's got some wrap, but it's not crazy. It's just a really good pair that seems to fit kind of everybody. And then Corbina Pro came out. What's the difference between the two?
So what the way to explain it best is the original, before we went pro, Reefton Pro, Tuna Alley, Fantail, Blackfin. So we were having a lot of problems with the rubber. Heat, salt, sunscreen peeling off the arm of the sunglass.
Like delaminating.
So like you have
peeling off.
You have your sunglass arm, but then there was this very comfortable molded rubber so that it was more comfy on your head.
Right, and it was glued on.
But that
the 3M glue we were using, we could never get it right to where it would last years.
Forever.
Against all the elements. So when we took the new Pro Series, we injected molded the rubber into the frame. So there's no
like
glue. It's not going to come off.
Know that.
And then, I don't have a pair, but on the Pro Series, you have an adjustable nose guard.
Yeah.
So, along with the fit on your temples, you can, on the Pro Series, you can adjust the nose guard to fit firmly on your nose. Especially important with Asian faces, because noses are fatter, so you can bend the nose guard out and make it fit on your face. And then there's air vents right here that allows to prevent fogging. So the Pro Series, you get all the upgrades.
It's a step up.
You did like what...
Get all the upgrades.
We always joke with Shimano, like, well, how are you going to improve a Trinidad? How are you going to improve a Talica? They take their best product and they find a way to make it even better. That's like the Pro Series.
Yeah, and there's also, especially on hot days, there's sweat channels on the arms. So, a little bit of sweat will beat off your head onto the sunglass, and they have sweat channels. And it rolls the sweat down out of your face. You got ventilation, you got the new injected molded into the arms, you got your Pro.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's
Pro.
It's no longer a pair of inferior shades just doesn't cut it. Like you deserve to get to have those. They're the pros.
Yeah, if you keep good care of them, they're gonna last.
The other thing,
several seasons.
Other thing that I was so impressed with, they did all that. They made all these advancements. They did all the things. It was no more money. You know what I mean? Like the cost. It's just like you just made a better pair of shades.
Fine. We have a product development team at Foothill Ranch here in California, and we are constantly sending them, updates and feedback from the water. Hey, the nose guard, we got to make it so it fits on different noses. The rubber's coming off on the originals, like. We need ventilation, and they go to work. They look at it and they go, okay, let's make ventilation here. Let's injection mold it. Let's make a sweat channel, and it's just like any other company that's innovating. You just throw all those ideas, send it to product development, and boom,
they kick it back out.
They kick it out Pro Series.
How cool is that? And they're targeting anglers. I mean, that's the thing. They're not.
You're right about that.
They're not going to the beach lifestyle.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good for that.
Yeah. So they're like 2 years ahead of us right now. So the stuff that's coming out now is like they've been working on for years.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. So it's constantly evolving to make a better sunglass.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Well, the phones are absolutely packed up. The texts as well, Corey. Let's jump right back into them, or jump into them.
Yeah, right. Let's start off with Chuck. Chuck calling from Dana Point. Good morning, Chuck.
Morning, Chuck.
Hey, guys. Remember when we were younger, those bonita used to swim in the harbors, man. So I learned the trick. People don't even know it's not yellowfin. I smoke it with a hot teriyaki and then brown it on both sides and then a layer of brown sugar, like they used to do all the salmon from up north. But people don't even know the difference. But I tried on that gold lens. Man, what a game changer. And if you don't have a good pair of sunglasses, by the end of the day, you're so fatigued that you don't even realize what they do. You got to have a good pair.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of bass fishermen that are moving over to that gold mirror. It's like the green mirror. It's got a rose base. The colors pop. Great for sight fishing. And we're seeing like inshore, offshore guys are all kind of going, hey, I need a second pair. I've got gray, blue, green. And they're going with gold and very fun for sight fishing.
It's great glasses, dude.
That's cool.
Thanks, bud.
Chuck, good call, man. Appreciate it very much. I'm glad you're stoked on the shades. Had a fun text come through. It says, good morning, guys. Hey, Bob, I really enjoy your Costa product. Is there a lens color that you would recommend for me when using binoculars and switching back and forth, often from sunglasses to binos? Thanks. Looking forward to hearing your response. It's from Matt.
So I get that question often, especially from the sport boat captains that are in the gyros most of the day. And what they tell me, because the gyros have, there's not a lens color on the gyros, they go with a gray lens. And their eyes will see, it's a transition. It's a transition from your gyros to a gray lens. It's gonna be neutral, natural.
How about that?
So a lot of the guys on the boats out here that we're looking at right now from the view, they tell me a gray lens in the wheelhouse going from gyros to sunglasses is what they prefer, because your eyes are going to see the same colors.
We sell more of that gray silver mirror probably than we do anything else. It's a really cool lens where it's got that silver mirror film to it, so you can't really see, from the outside looking in, you can't really see into it. Your eyes are protected.
Less glare.
But what you're looking out, what you're seeing is that neutral gray. You're seeing everything that's just a little bit more
natural
relaxed,
colors,
and your eyes get to relax a little bit. It's a really popular pair. It's my favorite too. That's still what I like the best. I love them, man.
How about that?
Hey, well, why don't we jump back into those phones, Corey?
Let's do it. How about Robert? Robert calling from Canning Country. Appreciate you joining us on Mother's Day, and let's talk hookup here. Thank you, Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Hey, guys. I just wanted to give a big shout-out to Bob. I have a wide bridge nose, and like you guys were talking about, their glasses, they have something for everyone. He set me up with a pair of King Tide 8s, and they fit great. Green mirror. I do inshore and lake fishing, and they're just absolutely awesome. But Bob goes out of his way. If you need some special care like I did, he's right there for you. I don't live in San Diego, so he set me up with a shop up here, and just a great guy. Gets a hold of you right away. Returns texts, returns calls, just a great guy and a really, really nice person.
Nice job.
Appreciate that.
Nice job.
Wow.
Do you pay this guy to call?
I guess
I hope the boss is listening.
I appreciate that, and just live my life in this industry that way. And, that's how I was treated growing up, fishing, and the brands that I liked, I got that same treatment. I just kind of based my career on, I want to be like those guys. So you pay it forward.
Yeah.
And you treat people.
You made it.
Yeah, you treat people with respect and help them out, and it comes full circle.
Those of us that know you, Bob, Rick and myself and the industry know exactly that. What Robert from Canyon Country said is exactly, it's exactly who you are.
Everyone helped me out growing up, and it's like they give you the baton. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
okay, it's time to do my part. But
unless the marlin are biting really good, or the sea bass are biting really good,
or the
there's
largemouth,
or there's a hot swordfish bite going on that's not talked about. Aside from those very few, it's nobody more on.
Yeah,
and you can trade that for a hot, marlin dope report. So it's it's still worth it.
Yeah, no, the marlin around, I'm not going to get back to you. Everything else, I'll have a self-service.
Obviously, I say that in kidding.
Yeah.
But, that's the thing that we love about you, Hoose, is you don't just take such good care of it as you walk the walk as well as talking the talk.
Yeah, it's just. It's a feel-good industry. We work in an industry, fortunately, like we love what we do. Going to work is like, it's fun.
Yeah,
and, if you take care of people and customers and help people out, it just seems to come back in spades,
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, that's life, do the right thing and it just works for
it all
you.
happens right.
Yeah.
It's so the reason Costa stays on top. Let's jump back into him, Corey.
Let's do it, Rick. How about Mike? Mike calling from Rosemead. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, good morning. I was just listening to the show, and I have 2 pairs already of the Costas, but I have this very bad habit. I always like to slip them up on my forehead and then look at the surroundings, and then I can't see things with my visual eye anymore until I put my sunglasses back over my eyes. And the vibrance and the brilliant colors and definition just it exposes everything that I couldn't see with the naked eye. It's just, they're very, very incredible glasses. But I got something for you. To the fly fishing purists, I think the glare to anything, like on their little forceps, they were always anodized to a flat, matte finish. Do they actually make a lens that's a lens like that's flat, that doesn't reflect the sun?
Yeah, that is a fly fishing purist question, but the only thing I see, and I go up to the Eastern Sierras and work with all the fly fishing guides up there. And what I hear and see up there is they wear 2 pairs. They have the sunrise silver mirror for early morning, and that's a mirrored lens. And apparently, the trout up there are not affected by it, but that is an excellent low light sight fishing lens. And then when the sun comes out, I would say it's probably 90% of the guides are wearing green mirror.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's
sure what I seem to see the most.
They have their Costa kit, and they have 2 pairs. They have a green, and it's a wrap like a blackfin or a fantail corabina. Cuts out all the light, and then the green mirror, and then they'll have for early in the morning, late in the day, sunrise silver mirror.
You see gold wedging its way in there more?
Yeah, we've seeded it up there, and the guys are starting to call. And as far as light contrast or what the light gets through the lens, it's 1 level below green mirror.
Right.
So if you have sunrise silver at the bottom, green mirror right here, gold is right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I've never tried is that sunrise mirror. I mean, I've heard you talk about it for a couple of years, but I've never.
Oh man.
I've never tried it like in the kelp sight fishing, like early. It's would probably
kind of
be
like, the way I describe it is like you're going out on the half day boat and you got your calico stick and a spot of yellowtail shows up.
Yeah.
The sunrise silver mirror is your jig stick. that you bring on the boat.
Right.
And you're going to use it occasionally, not every day, but it's like a jig stick. You're like, oh, there's a spot of yellowtail. Grab my jig stick.
And like Mike from Rosemead mentioned, and by the way, thank you for the call, Mike. But he mentioned it enhances his vision. It allows him to see things he couldn't see with the naked eye.
So when we go back into the May gray, hopefully not, or the June gloom, sunrise silver mirror in the morning, even all day.
Yeah.
And offshore trip when it's overcast, you're gonna love it.
I hate keep going back to tap water stories because I don't want to be labeled as such. But again, where I fell in love with that was in Mammoth. We got really into going up to Mammoth and fishing, and our favorite thing, Dallas and I, is we like fishing like pretty small creeks, like moving water creeks, but they're all like big trees, big shade, overgrown. Early in the morning, it gets dark. Like you can't wear your gray lenses there. It makes everything too dark. But you pop those things on, and it's like you turn the lights on in the water.
Incredible. You need that light
and it's all sight fishing. You're looking for the fish in the cut bank, or you're looking for the fish, or you're looking to see where your fly is in position. And like
gray is too dark.
You almost couldn't do it without them. And then you put those on. It's like, oh well, there's everything. Here's the layout.
Crazy. It's a tool. You're right. Am I reading it right? Like the first hour or two?
Exactly.
But it could be the last hour or two, right? But it could be middle of the day on a super overcast.
Also,
you got it, bro.
Okay.
If your certain eye colors are less affected by the brightness, I've noticed a lot of guys are like, hey, I'm not affected by the bright sunlight. I can wear sunrise silver mirror all day.
Yeah.
And I have light eyes, and I'm blinded.
Yeah.
So I'll rock the sunrise silver mirror when it's overcast, low light. Once the sun comes out, I'm going to go to gold, green, blue, gray silver mirror, something like that.
I feel like I'm kind of been missing out on a bite here, man.
I like it.
Hey, we're going to be right back. We're listening to Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app. We're going to have more with Bob Hoose with Costa when we return on the Let's Talk Hookup app. 97.3 The Fan, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
Have you been looking for a live bait hook that keeps live bait alive? Look no further than Japan's leading fish hook, Gamakatsu. It's the little things that make the difference, and Gamakatsu hooks drive the point home. With an absolute perfect bend and ideal barbs, your bait swims harder and longer. And when you get bit, Gamakatsu hooks bite back with a vengeance. All hooks are not the same. Go with Gamakatsu for infinite success. Gamakatsu, simply the best. Check gamakatsu.com.
A state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence, delivers the top quality, comfort, and fishability you look for in a long-range boat. Veteran captains Mark Bizzano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Once you go on the Independence, you'll be back. Call Independence Sports Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check independencesportfishing.com. A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Whether you're going fishing, diving, or just having fun on the water, there's nothing more worth doing than messing around in boats. So let me ask you, are you ready to upgrade your ride? Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland is your exclusive Western U.S. dealer for Steiger Craft. Created for inshore and offshore waters and laid out with the serious fisherman in mind, Steiger Craft has built a solid reputation for performance and excellent rough water handling. If adventure on the water is what you live for, now's the time to invest in your passion. Call Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland at 510-437-1444. To look at the whole fleet of Steiger Craft online, go to steigercraft.com. Now's the time for a rugged, reliable, and fast Steiger Craft from Boat and Motor Mart of Oakland.
All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup, and stoked to be in the world headquarters here, man. Like overlooking the fleet, having Costa, Bob Hoose in house, and just stoked. And if you want to join us, man, the call lines are full
luck.
like they have been. But when they do loosen up,
We got plenty of time.
833-288-0973, or you can text us via the app. And we've got the Fish Report, Brian Woolley, and sponsored by Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature Charts. Focus your fishing on the most productive areas by using Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature. They have chlorophyll, currents, and more. And with the Terrafin Mobile, you can access your charts on your phone or your mobile device. For all of this, check terrafin.com and for all the information.
Yeah.
Yes.
We got Brian Woolley standing by this morning. Woolley, we got you one too?
Woolley.
Hey, what's happening?
Morning, bro.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bob. What's up, man?
Woolley.
Yeah.
Good stuff in there.
No, good.
The days you leave the dock. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say I watched your Instagram tackle tech, the little flukes and the church shots. I'm like, Brian, that's awesome.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was, keep doing what you're doing. That was great.
Right on. Thanks for that. Yeah, we've seen some improvements for sure with that bass fishing. Corey will be stoked to know the water. I'm sure you already know. 60 to 63 is kind of what we have in our range here, both above our harbor and below the harbor. So fly line live baits getting bites this week. Those flukes were getting bites this week. It's just good to see, more positive steps. And that bass is, it's on the verge of getting good. So obviously we have a little bit of wind and that kind of stuff that's mixed in our weather and whatnot, but things have been looking really good. So small baits working good. Guys catching some fish on the hard jerk baits, seeing some of those bites start to happen for the guys. It's just a matter of time before, it all kind of comes together. So our half-day stuff, guys are folding in a little bit of sheephead, some whitefish, and a little bit of rockfish. So it's that fun time. 12 to 15-pound line has been probably the best bet for those guys, both on the live bait and throwing those lighter artificials. We're throwing those flukes with small little lead heads, 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce. So being able to, get something like that that's small and light away from the boat has been really helpful. 3/4 day, again, has continued to see great rockfish. The days with the bigger passenger loads, we've been fishing down there off Fox Canyon, North County there off Camp Pendleton on the anchor. It's been plenty good on the Bocaccios, the reds, whitefish, sculpin, that kind of stuff. And then on the lighter passenger load days with like 15 to 20 guys, we've been able to get out onto the 14. It's been excellent out there still. Big bag fillers have been the Bocaccio, the bank rockfish, and the chilies. Guys on the jigs doing great. Live bait, we just took a nice load of anchovy this week. So you can imagine a couple anchovies on a dropper loop hook down there. It's been biting well. And then the Fury over at Clemente, Marcus has had great rock cod fishing over there. Out in the deeper water, they had a couple nice halibut on the anchor yesterday morning, and then kind of just mixing in a little bit of bass, sheephead, whitefish. Yesterday they had to kind of duck around from the wind. Marcus did tell me he saw some good sign of yellowtail yesterday. It's just the wind kept them from really being able to get on it properly and to get baits to the fish. So stay tuned on that scene. It's windy out there today, but hopefully in the next couple days we'll see some action for him out there on some of that fish. So good signal, right signs in all the right spots. So just a matter of things coming together. And then finally, if I can, we have a big event coming up on Thursday here at Dana Wharf. It's our Don Hansen Day. Every year, we celebrate an anniversary, and we call it Don Hansen Day. We're having 50% off our half-day and 3/4 day trips that day. So if you want to come fishing on Thursday the 15th, make a reservation. You can fish for half price. And we're also having a big sale on half-day and 3/4 day tickets. Those will be up to 40% off. You can buy a book of 10, 5, whatever. You can kind of buy out a few trips in advance. You'll get a code as a gift certificate, and you can book with those codes. And then we'll have a little sale in the office as well, up to 25% off of some tackle, soft goods, and that kind of stuff on Thursday. So certainly worth checking that out. You can buy them online, or you can come into the shop and get that handled as well.
How cool is that, man? Don Hansen Day this Thursday, you said, right?
Thursday the 15th. Yep.
Okay. How cool is that? And you've got bass stuff coming up too this
we do, yeah. We got a bass derby coming up as well. We'll get that rolled out. And yeah, Corey, thanks for being a big part of that with us last year. And it's it's a cool opportunity for guys to get out and do some catch and release, and it's kind of lines up. You could be in that CCA Star Tournament and, potentially win something with us with the same fish.
How cool is that?
It's worth being in on that. So,
and is that a monthly?
We have.
Brian, I'm sorry to step on you. Is that going to be a monthly a deal that lasts several months, or like last year? I remember it was kind of cool, super cool.
Yeah, last year was like a 3-month deal, and then we'll have monthly winners. It's similar to our halibut derby, just with the calico bass and the sand bass format instead of a halibut.
Well, MC Swimbaits will definitely be participating and giving away a monthly thing, and whatever level that you and Donna decide, and look forward to helping out.
That'd be awesome, man. Thank you so much for that. And also, Hoose, thanks for Costa, everything you've done for us and keeping us stoked on the water. Gosh, leaving the dock without your sunglasses, you're super bummed, and you hope to God you have a spare pair in your backpack. Because,
right, exactly.
It's one of those things, yeah.
Okay, well, Brian, we look forward to Don Hanson Day this Thursday, all the half day, everything you got going on, and being able to purchase tickets in advance for your half day and 3/4 day and all that stuff right there. And how do we get a hold of all that there, Brian?
Cool. Thanks for that. You can hit us on the web. It's probably the easiest at danawharf.com. You can also call our office, 949-496-5794. They'll get you the details, and you can book online from there as well.
Yeah, incredible stuff. We appreciate your report every week, and what an awesome, family-run, operated business there at Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, and just an awesome place on the coast. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week, Brian.
All right. Thanks for that, and happy Mother's Day to the moms out there. We'll talk to you next week, guys. See ya.
Great job, Willie. Appreciate that very much.
All right.
We're gonna that's as always brought to us by our friends at surffishtackle.com, and so waiting for our Gundy Gunderson report to come rolling through. And boy, in the meantime, why don't we jump back into those phones, Corey?
Let's do it. They are full, aren't they? Man, it's how Brenton and Hidden Meadows. It's a first time caller, maybe. Brenton.
Hey guys, no, I've called before. But
okay,
I'm just rarely. I'm not here in the summertime because I fish buoy 10.
Okay.
There. Anyway, well, a couple questions about in-store warranties or online warranties you can get for your glasses. Is that something that's gettable?
So Costa is now a 2-year warranty on the frame, on the lens, all that stuff. And then if you have a pair of Costas that you need warranty or repair, just go on to costadelmar.com, scroll down to warranty repair, click that box. You'll fill out a form. It will print you a shipping label, put them in a box, send them out. They'll contact you and hopefully, get your Costas fixed.
Yeah. I got a pair that I had. I fell bass fishing Lake Hodges here a week ago and broke one of the lenses.
Oh.
And
okay,
I was having a hard time being able to log into that Luxor whatever it is .com thing. It won't take my password. I've never logged into it before, so
no,
I
you
really
want
don't
to
understand it.
You want to go on to Costa.
Pull it up either.
Yeah.
You want to go on to costadelmar.com. That's our website. Scroll down to the bottom. There's no password or anything like that. And click the box that says warranty and repair.
I think it's customer care first. And then once you've opened the customer care tab, then you'll see frequently asked questions, warranty and repair. Click on warranty and repair, and it takes you through step by step. And it's super. The only reason I know this, I just did one for a pair myself. Customer care, warranty and returns. And then as soon as you click it up, it just starts asking you questions. What frame do you have? I would recommend to, if you do, it's one of the few times it's probably better to do it on your phone than it is on your home computer, only because if you have the ability to, it likes you to upload a couple of photos. And so when you do it on your phone, you can just snap the photo right to your phone and then just upload it directly. It wants like a shot of the arm piece, or if you cracked your lens, you see that. And I mean, you literally fill out those couple tabs and questions, click print, and it prints you out the repair form, the shipping label. It's awesome.
That's good info to do it on your phone.
It'd
When
just
they
make your
ask
life
for
a little easier.
Yeah, they ask for the photo upload.
But that's why somebody like Benton would go to Fisherman's Landing, who has a huge display and can answer those questions, right? And I mean, who else, Bob? Like, I know the Longfin has a huge selection.
If you're a legit tackle store, even surf shop, San Diego, all the way up to.
I mean, Hogan's has them. It's like up and down, right? But
up and down.
Not everybody.
Yeah.
But and I know you got to be kind of partial, right, and support everybody. But myself sitting right here, not everybody has a huge selection like Fisherman's Landing.
Yeah.
Like you, not only every frame, but they've got every lens color. You can mix and match and know exactly what you want.
And the guys have got many, many years working with Costa, you know, in their blood, and they're like, hey, here's what I recommend.
But like Rick knew the exact way to do it.
You're hired.
Right. Exactly.
I'm buying Rick Dallas breakfast this way.
Right. I like the way that Costa does everything. So warranties, Costa really likes to handle. They call it through the consumer and not through the dealer. We're the dealer. My gig at Fisherman's Landing, we like to be hands-on with everybody, and we like to help through that process. But it's one of those things that Costa wants to handle that individually with their customer. It's just easier because then it goes directly through the customer. It doesn't go through the dealer. It doesn't get lost in our shuffle. A new pair doesn't come back and accidentally get put into the case. So they prefer to do it with So I've just learned, when a guy comes in, we'll just say, hey, man, I wish I could just handle all this for you. I can't, but here's the step-by-step. Let's go into the back and look at it on the computer. This is how you do it. When you go home, click, click, click. And so, I'm familiar with it just because I really like them. They do a really good job. Customer service is like our biggest deal, and it clearly is Costa's also. So, I'm a big fan. I like it.
It's good.
I need to do some repairs warranty myself because I have got so many samples. I jack these up. I'm gonna just grab another pair.
Right? Oh, hey, we're gonna have more great information when we return. More fish reports. We've got all this cool stuff coming up when we return on Let's Talk Kebab. 97.3 The Fan, YouTube and Facebook Live.
The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. Fisherman's Landing is a full-service sport fishing operation offering great half-day trips on the Dolphin and full-day trips on the spacious and comfortable 85-foot Liberty. With bunks for your comfort, a huge bait capacity, and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Fisherman's Landing also boasts the best captains and crews in the business, from seasoned veterans to our young future legends. All our open party trips from half-day, full, or 1 to 3 day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Captain Jamie Tennis from Season Sport Fishing here. For the past few seasons, a dart-style metal jig has come into play in a big way for tuna offshore or even rockfish down deep. AFCO's crossbreed jig has quickly become the go-to for many since it came onto the market. AFCO's crossbreed jig is good to go right out of the package with a 4X treble hook, heavy-duty split rings, West Coast colors, and sizes 60 gram to 120 gram. Pick one up today at your local tackle store or learn more on AFCO.com.
When you're offshore fishing, the right gear makes all the difference, and that includes Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Baker Marine has been selling binoculars for decades, and more importantly, they service all brands right at their San Diego Shelter Island location. Need the best? The Fujinon Staboscope is the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon Technostabi TSX 1440 delivers rock-steady vision even in rough waters. Perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast, and when you buy from them, they will be there when your binoculars need service. Plus, they'll give you a great price on all their in-stock Fujinon binoculars. Stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego and test a pair of Fujinon binoculars and see which one is right for you. The fishing season is here, and you know you need a pair of stabilized binoculars. So get them from the experts at Baker Marine. Learn more at bakermarine.com.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at Fine Tackle Dealers.